Hey, what's up, DIYers? Mike Bors with the Mike Bors channel. Thank you for watching. Hey, we're talking boats today, and in today's video, we are going to replace the alternator slash drive belt on a 3.0 liter Mercruiser slash GM inboard engine on our speedboat. Let's get started. DIYers, we've made our way inside the garage, and coming inside where our 3.0 liter Mercruiser or GM inboard engine is. And step number one in our case, always disconnect black and positive cables to the battery. Cut all electrical power to the system. Coming up and into the boat and to the port side of our engine, there is our newly installed alternator, and scrolling above right now as well as down below in the comments and description, video link number 1 will be the full replacement process on the alternator. Making our way port side, and again there's the newly installed alternator, and looping around the alternator pulley is the alternator belt or drive belt, looping down and around the harmonic balancer pulley, up and around the water pump pulley, and back to the alternator. And we have a tension bolt right there that is a 1/2 inch in size. However, first down below is a 9/16 bolt, and we've got a 9/16 nut on the opposite side right there. We need to loosen that up before loosening up the tension bolt. Camera in position, coming to the lower portion of the alternator 9/16 bolt, and on the back I've got my 1/4 inch ratchet and socket on the 9/16 nut, and coming in with the additional ratchet and socket, and we are going to loosen up this entire bolt and nut. And DIYers, very important, you do not remove that bolt and nut completely, just loosen it. From here we'll come up top and loosen up that 1/2 inch tension bolt. Going up top into the tension bolt, and DIYers, it is imperative that you take photos of the belt and how it loops around all of your pulleys. And that is to ensure when it comes time to put the new belt on, you are routing it properly over the respective pulleys. However, loosening the tension bolt, again, 1/2 inch in size in our case. And you will notice the alternator begin to shift. And from there, that is loose, and I can move the alternator. However, I don't have enough slack to remove the belt, so in previous projects we always have realized we actually have to remove our tension bolt fully. And at this point I can shift the alternator, as you see right there. Look at how much slack that gives us to remove the belt from the alternator pulley. Push in and pull it over the pulley. And from here, don't just let the alternator fall. Next, what I did was carefully rethread the tension bolt into the alternator, not tight all the way, and I did that to alleviate any harm or damage or the actual weight of the alternator posing a threat to the electrical wiring. From here, the belt is, again, off the alternator pulley. However, we cannot fully remove it from the engine until we remove the additional engine brace here. And to do so, 2 5/8 bolts. Camera position, again, 2 5/8 bolts, and loosen and remove these. And they're long bolts. From here, carefully remove the entire brace here. From there, we can now pull our belt completely out and bring it up and around and out. In our case, the gap in between the water pump pulley and the aligner is enough where we can just slide the belt right through it. Belt fully removed. Coming back port side and down, I want to show you a close-up view of our harmonic balancer pulley right inside there. And DIYers, unfortunately, ours has begun to wobble as the engine is running, and that puts a lot of stress on the alternator belt. And because of that, we are going to replace that, and we're not going to bore you with that in today's video. However, you will see the brand new one here shortly after we install it. DIYers, real quick to an update with the harmonic balancer video. The old one is removed, the brand new one installed, as you can see at the very bottom underneath the water pump pulley. And we actually had to remove the entire engine motor mount brace and hold the engine up with the cherry picker. And there is the entire part removed. And we are beginning the reverse steps. We'll be back with you here shortly. DIYers, we are back with you, and everything is re-secured minus the belt. Time to continue on with this project. Next, a quick comparison of the old alternator belt on the left-hand side and DIYers on the right-hand side. A brand new Quicksilver Mercury OEM alternator belt. Do yourself a favor, do not purchase aftermarket belts. Down below in the comments and description will be a link to this brand new, again, OEM belt. So top view coming in with the brand new Quicksilver OEM belt, sliding it through in between the water pump pulley and the adjustment bolt. Going all the way down, I'll feed it around the harmonic balancer and up and over the water pump pulley. And I need to make sure the belt itself is on the outside or right portion or port side as I insert and secure that brace. Back port side camera in position, and the rounded bottom part here where the hole is, that will be on the bottom. Again, make sure you pull the belt on the opposite end, and this part where the holes are have to mate with the inner part here where the bolts will secure into. And it should slide in easily. From there back to those large 5/8 bolts. Do not cross thread these. From there, double check everything, and if all looks good, we can carefully bring the belt. Again, make sure it's inside the slot of the harmonic balancer. Come up around the water pump pulley. I'm going to remove the tension bolt, and let me give you a better camera angle. Back port side again, coming down and making sure that the belt is looped underneath the harmonic balancer and into its proper slot, and coming up top. Same thing with the water pump pulley. If all looks good, I will support the alternator and remove this tension bolt. Pull that out. From here, ever so carefully feed the alternator up and loop the new belt over the pulley, and it's tight. There we go. I'll allow the alternator to fall slightly, as you see. Now to the top view, coming in with the pry bar, ensuring that I don't damage any electrical wiring. I'm going to insert it as shown here, and I want to feed that alternator out and apply some pressure to the belt, and we need a 1/4 inch of play, as you see right there. And from here, coming in with the tension bolt, do not cross thread this. And again, in our case, it is a 1/2 inch. And double checking the belt, again, we need a 1/4 inch of play, as you see right there. Next, resecuring my 9/16 bolt up top. And double check everything. All looks good. Next, down below into the bolts on the bottom portion of the alternator, again 9/16 in size, and we are going to tighten these in place. Back up top, another way to check that you've got the proper tension on the belt is the support brace right here that we installed with the 2 bolts. You've got a 1/4 inch gap in between the bottom part and the top part of the belt, as you see right there. And make sure the belt is not touching this brace. If it is, you are not in alignment. Take a step up and back, and at this point, double check or triple and quadruple check everything. Making our way back starboard side, and after checking everything, you can resecure your positive and negative cables to your battery. Positive cables first, and restore electrical power to your system. And DIYers, down below in the comments and description will be a link to our playlist that has every single DIY repair or replacement video on this inboard engine, as well as the full rebuild on the Alpha 1 Gen 1 outdrive out back. Thanks again for watching.